trans employees. After 11 years, one transgender woman's fight against employer discrimination is finally over, with a happy ending. On Friday, Illinois' Second District Appellate Court ruled that Meggan Sommerville, 51, suffered unlawful discrimination by her employer Hobby Lobby when the company denied her access to the women's bathroom. In doing so, the court affirmed the Illinois Human Rights Commission's earlier decision to award Sommerville $220,000 in damages and remanded the case back to the commission to determine whether additional damages are owed due to the company's continued discrimination. Sommerville's case dates back to July 2010, when she informed her employer of her intent to begin using the women's bathroom at her store, a year after starting her transition. According to court documents, Hobby Lobby changed its personnel records to reflect Sommerville's new name and gender, but refused to allow her to use the correct bathroom. Sommerville's higher-ups ordered other employees to report her if she did so, and issued a written warning upon at least one instance.
You know, Hobby Lobby has a record of doing things like this, and I'm glad they lost. And I hope other companies see that too.
I completely agree. I think this was a case of first impression in Illinois, something I read, and I think it sets great precedent that this is no longer, going to be allowed. So I think other in Illinois, the jurisdiction of the court will think twice about discriminating and not allowing people to use their, the bathroom that matches their gender identity.
This goes back to the religious views again.
Exactly.
I mean, we know Hobby Lobby is a Southern, company, and they do not want to change. Interesting that they'll change her name.
Right.
But only
and gender, but they're not going to let her use the bathroom. That's
using
crazy.
the bathroom is the most demeaning thing you can do to somebody, not allowing them to use the bathroom.
And then weaponizing her coworkers, right?
Exactly.
To telling her they be the spies.
Well, they lost, so there.
Right.
It's interesting in terms of the conclusion of the commission's decision and then the court's decision. Try to pull it out of trans for a moment. It's a gender identity issue that's taken 10 years to get to this conclusion. I am happy that Meggan Sommerville has fought it out for 10 years to this conclusion. The LGBTQ community is very proud of you for what you've endured for the last 10 years. The humiliation, which I think is probably a big portion of what's at stake.
And the health issues she suffered.
And exactly, the health issues.
Not going to the bathroom.
But legal experts focused on taking it out of just the change issue of gender for trans. Imagine Hobby Lobby saying, well, we are not going to have a woman's restroom. It can only be for men. And if you are identified as female in gender, you must go down to Denny's and go to the bathroom. What would our court say? Well, that's the exact same principle here. If we don't make the connection that that's what the Human Rights Commission concluded and the judge, the federal district judge, concluded, it's the exact same thing. You do not have the right as a business to identify access to a bathroom based on gender. You can't discriminate against males, females, or transgender individuals.
Money needs to be multiplied by 10.
Yeah, right.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT